Missouri opens defense of their SEC East title today as they host South Dakota State. If the Tigers want to avoid the upsets that have become all too common to Power 5 conference teams, the Tigers will need to jump on the Jackrabbits early. The 2 wins today kept the Bulldogs' season alive. However, the challenge becomes even greater tomorrow as Truman must defeat their season nemesis, UMSL, twice in one day after doing so only once this whole season. The Truman State women raced through the GLBC Conference Tournament, which helped them earn a berth in the NCAA tournament for just the 3rd time in program history and the 1st time since 1999 when A.B. Egan was running the show for the Bulldogs. For their wins, the Truman ladies got a trip to Springfield and got to play top-seeded Drury on their home floor. The Bulldogs gave the Panthers all they could handle as they forced this one to overtime. Missouri, like the majority of the teams in the SEC, is looking to replace huge chunks of their team lost from last season. Unlike other teams in the league, however, the Tigers return a quarterback with playing experience in Maddie Mock. We close out our fall football preview as we make our way out of the Tri-Rivers Conference. Milan has been in control of the TRC for years and seems to have everything in place to continue that run. The Wildcats have won 27 straight regular season games, and with their schedule for this season, they seem like they may be well on the way to extending that in 2013. The dominance often gets credit to the offense, but the Wildcats' defense allowed a total of 80 points in their 10 wins last season. They finished with a record of 10-1. However, that one loss has been costly, as Milan hasn't been able to translate regular season dominance into a district title, as they've hosted and lost the last 2 district title games. They also have been able to replace great talent and not lose a beat. This season, that task is steep as they lost TRC Player of the Year Aaron Richardson, starting quarterback Ryan Kuhn. The competition that Coach Dabney has created amongst his team enables them to replace vital players and keep the W's rolling in.
We can't woe is me and move on. I mean, we've got to continue trying to get better and just let these kids understand it's their turn now. There's been a lot of competition for them the last couple 3 years, and if you're 3rd on a depth chart and now you've been 2nd on a depth chart, it's been tough to get in there, and now it's your turn to get in there, and it's kind of your time. It's time to go out and take care of business.
What's next for Milan? They will likely replace starting quarterback Ryan Kuhn with Holden Stahlbomber. The defense will most likely remain a strong suit as they return defensive stud Bodie Eaglin, who had 20 tackles for a loss last season. The season opens up at Princeton and remains easy throughout, as the Wildcats' 2014 opponents only combined for 20 wins last season. Do I hear 28, 29, 30?
The winner of the 2014 Division I Men's Golf Championship goes to Indian Hills Community College.
And here's how they did it.
Jacob Garsnecki nearly drops the long putt here on 14. Coming even closer was his teammate George Trujillo, who finds a nice little spot between the 2 ridges. Closing out strong was Harrison Moore with a nice chip shot on 18 as he rolls it up and nearly hits the pin.
We played strong, hit the ball, everybody hit the ball well, and finished out on top.
Well, we work hard for this, that's how we work. We work for this, and actually it feels great.
They're all different. The first one didn't feel like I thought it would feel 4 years ago. But then the second one, doing it with only one returner off the year before in 2011 when we won it, and a bunch of freshmen, it felt really good because you got to watch the guys mature right in front of you and grow, and that's kind of how I feel about this one. There's satisfaction.
This was the 3rd national championship in 4 years for the Indian Hills Golf program, a title they won this year by 16 strokes over 2nd place Wallace State Community College. Leading the way for the Warriors this time around was a group of 4 freshmen, all 4 who finished with All-American honors. With all that returning talent, it's clear Indian Hills will be the odds-on favorite next season to win their 4th national championship under Coach Mike Hagan. Reporting in Burlington, Iowa, Ryan Ronan, KTVO Sports. Truman State had things rolling as Nicole Glore knocks down the jumper from outside. Bulldogs had the lead early on. Annie Armstrong trying to help the home team stay with it as she drops in 2 points of her own here. Casey Gassensmith with the pull-up jumper goes bank, keeps it Bulldogs with the slim lead. Shanika Shields gets a nice pass and drops in 2 points. Speaking of nice passes, Nicole Glore gets one here, drops it in for 2 points on the reverse layup. Amy Briggs showing the range late in the first half as she knocks down the 3-pointer here. Nicole Glore going hard in the second half. She's in amongst the trees. Truman State would fall behind by 10 points, mainly due to the shots like this of Bethany Funderburk. However, the Bulldogs showed no fear as Bianca Safarowicz gets out and cuts the lead here with a nice move in the layup. Allie Norton drills the three here. Truman State had the lead. Annie Armstrong hits this shot to tie the game and send it to overtime. Bulldogs were unable to come up with enough points in the extra session and lost 74-68. Although the Truman ladies came up on the short end of the stick today, it was a very successful first year in the GLVC. The Bulldogs captured the conference title and made the NCAA tournament in their first year in one of the toughest Division II conferences in the country.